Hello. Okay, if you're watching the replay, bear with me for just a couple of seconds. I'm going to let some people hop on, share it in a couple groups. Hi, Teresa. So if you are watching the replay, like I said, just bear with me. I'm almost done. This will be worth it, I promise. I have felt like I have been kind of stagnant for a little bit, not quite as motivated, and huge aha moment. Okay, so if you're watching the replay or the live, either one, and I know a lot of people are going to watch the replay because it is like noon on a Monday, so a lot of y'all are at work. Drop me a 1 if you have ever just kind of wondered and second guessed yourself and kind of thought, why am I not as motivated as I used to be? So for all of last week, I was hugely in my head, wasn't sure why. And this isn't the complete reason. I just let myself listen to some negativity. But I did notice that I've kind of been complacent. Like after conference last year, lit a fire under my butt. I got my paychecks back up to where I wanted them. But I never hit that next level. Like I have been pushing to, I want to hit 10,000 a month. I want to hit 10,000 a month. I want to hit 10,000 a month. For it feels like forever. And I just feel like I've been at a plateau. But for about the last 6 months, I've been kind of complacent with my paychecks. Shouldn't have been. Not that I wasn't grateful for them. I'm definitely absolutely grateful for the paychecks that come in. But I've been a little complacent. And this morning, I was on Karina Spooner's, they're not journaling Zooms. She's doing like a mindset Zoom. Monday through Thursday, I think, at 7 o'clock in the morning. So I will drop the link down here in the comments if you want to get on those. It was really good. She's going through the Millionaire Mindset, which I've read. I think I'm going to read it again. I would highly recommend reading the Millionaire Mindset at least once. So the exercise that she had us do this morning, and I didn't do it this morning, I just now did it. I typically don't do like the exercise with everybody because I don't focus while doing that, but I write it down and then I go do it by myself. She said to think about your dream board. Now, one, if you don't have a dream board, you need to make up a dream board. And I'm going to show you mine in just a minute because there's a lot of new people in here. Doesn't have to be fancy. Mine is a little fancy. Mine's a little extra. I'm a little extra, okay? But it can be as simple as writing down on a piece of paper. You want to say hi? No, not right now. Hi. We're about to start school. I got up. Okay, I'll transition to that in a minute. So anyways, I got out my dream board, and she said it's not enough to just know what you want, because a lot of us have big dreams, right? And I have outlandish dreams. I'm going to show you that in a minute. Like, they are not small, and they are not stopping at $10,000 a month, you better believe. But she said you need to have she didn't say this, but this was the gist behind it. You need to have an emotional connection to those things. So write down what you want, but then write down, why do I want it? That is what's going to light the fire under your butt and get you really going, is the emotional connection to what you want. So in the network marketing world, we call that our why, right? Like our why is that emotional connection to the tangible thing that we want. So I'm going to show you my dream board, let me see if I can flip the screen so y'all can, nope, that's not how you do it. So y'all can actually see. Yeah, now you can see that, right? So I made this in the beginning of 2020, or actually I made it in December. I'm not going to remake one for 2021 because it's going to be all the same stuff that's on here. So I might write things out and, you know, this will be my dream board for a couple of years. That's why I took the time to do it. And I took the time, in my opinion, to do it professional because I wanted it to be, you know, last for a few years. So it says 2020 vision board. So the first thing that I've got on my vision board is our house. So I know I want to live on the water. It's backwards. I know I want to live on the water. I know I want like a giant kitchen. There's different like little layouts I've put in there. I know I want a huge vanity. We've toyed around with like having different cabins and stuff. I want a soak tub. Just, you know, anything and everything. And obviously they're not all going in our house. I want decoration to decorate. Now, this is where I really started getting in tune. Okay, why do I want a giant house? And so I wrote down, I want a giant house because I want to be able to entertain. That's something I enjoy doing. I like having people over, which I do now. Having a small house doesn't stop you. Like, it's one of those things, Ray talks about it all the time, that if you want to do it, start doing it now. Don't wait until you have X, Y, Z, you know, whatever it is. I want to be able to host team retreats, which again, I'm doing now. Like, I have team over, but like my husband and I talked about possibly for conference, opening up our home and inviting people down because we live right outside of Chicago, to stay with us for a couple days during conference and then all go out and like hang out in Chicago. The issue would be we would have to get some air mattresses. Like, it would not be a first class stay for sure. Now, it'd be fun and I think it'd be like a sleepover, fun and cozy type thing. But it's, you know, I don't have bedrooms for people and, you know, it would be much like a girls' night sleepover type thing. So I want to be able to host retreats. I want to be able to entertain Glory's friends, and especially as they get older and they want to start doing sleepovers and different things like that. I want to be able to host out-of-town guests, which I do. Again, we turn Glory's room into a guest room when people want to come in. And that's fine, but it would just be easier and nicer for them if we had a bigger house. Like, we literally want a house with 12 bedrooms. Some of y'all are like, you're an idiot. But I also want a maid and a chef and a house cleaner and all those good things because it frees up time for me to focus on what's important. That's the business, that's my family, that's myself. So those are, you know, the emotions that are tied to it. I want to be able to have my family down for the holidays, and like, my family and Brett's family are polar opposites. So in order to get them under the same roof and feel comfortable, they would need to be on like separate wings of the house. This would not be, this would not be like, let's all sleep in the living room and have a camp out. I want to have a pool. I want to have a pool. I want to have a stables because I love horses. I want to be able to decorate for every single, season. I want a walk-in closet. I want a homeschool room, like an actual classroom in my house. And I wrote down, why do I want to decorate for every season? Honestly, I want my home to be warm and inviting, and part of that is like having it look nice when you walk in. Why do I want stables? I want Glory to grow up with horses. I grew up around horses. We didn't own any, but we lived out in the country. Our landlord had horses in the back pasture. I grew up riding horses. Horses are very therapeutic. They're very calming creatures, in my opinion. Now, someone out here watching it, like, I'm scared to death of horses. I would never get on one. I'm not that person. I love them. They're amazing exercise. They teach responsibility. Like, those are some of my whys. Why do I want a homeschool room? One, it goes along with my brand. I am working on homeschool merch. I'm working on launching a podcast in the next couple of years. I'm already working on a YouTube channel. Like, I've told y'all before, itworks is not going to be my only stream of income. It'll be my biggest, I'm sure, because nothing else is going to pay as much as itworks does. But it's not going to be my only one. I'm going to monetize every avenue of social media that I possibly can. And I'm passionate about homeschooling, so it's just an easy extra stream for me to pour myself into. Why do I want a pool? Easy exercise. Living at the hotel for the last month and having access to that pool every day just lit a fire under my butt of like, okay, this would be so much simpler to stay healthy and get healthy if I had a pool to work out in. Entertainment, again, I'd love to have friends over and families over and be able to like hang out in the backyard and be in the pool. Why do I want the walk-in closet and different clothes and different things? I like to be fashionable. Now, you can't tell it now because like I'm in pajamas half the time I talk to y'all. But at least once a week, I actually put real clothes on. But I like to look nice. And, you know, I've heard people say that's kind of selfish. That's okay. I'm kind of selfish. Like, it's okay to be a little selfish. It's okay to love yourself enough to give yourself things. The soak tub, relaxation, sore muscles, all of the above. You know, I would love to have a soak tub and a hot tub. The meal prep services and stuff, would just be giving me back time, giving me back convenience. And as I'm writing this stuff down, I'm envisioning what would it be like to have each of these things. And I'm going to finish up on this, but then I'm going to tell you why I'm telling you this. So, again, I've just got more pictures, different things, a home gym, a meal prep service, again, fitness, convenience. I've got a lot of different clothes. I've got a Maine Coon on here because I really want a Maine Coon cat. I want to be the keynote speaker at Rank Makers. That's something that I love teaching people how to do network marketing, and he is the person to go to if you want to learn network marketing, so I'd love to be on that platform. Be able to do different fun, like homeschool parties and get-togethers, which again, we already do. I just love to be able to do it on a bigger scale. I have on here Disney with friends. I want to be able to buy, what is this? Not a camper, a Winnebago? Whatever, a bougie camper is what I call it. You can tell I didn't grow up with these. A bougie camper, and a big one, to be able to, like, us and another family, let's all pile in and let's go to freaking Disney. Once we get there, we can rent hotel rooms, but, like, have a fun road trip along the way with friends, and we pay for all of it. We pay for the tickets. Like, I'd love to be able to spoil different families like that. I'd love to be able to have a giant Christmas in our house where I can invite all of my family and just spoil the crap out of them and Brett's family. So what I did, so first step, if you don't have a dream board, make yourself a dream board. Doesn't have to be like this. You can write things down on paper. Write down, what do you want? Like, what do you want out of life? What is your end game? What do you want? Then take it a step further and write each thing down and write down why do you want it. Get the emotional connection going. So I can tell you, just doing this exercise, like the one thing I've been struggling with is when I get up in the morning, when my alarm goes off, I don't have a fire under me. I've kind of been going through the motions, going through limbo. I'm going to talk a little bit about that tonight, so make sure you're on the 7 o'clock Zoom. A little bit about that. But I've been kind of like, okay, I'm happy. Like, I want to sign, 40 customers, but I'm happy with like 20, 25. I want to sign 20 distributors, but I'm happy with like 7 or 8. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been content. I've been complacent. I haven't been pushing myself. I've been kind of coasting. And again, there's a season for that. I'm not going to beat myself up over it. But in order for me to get to that next level and hit that 10,000 a month and then 20 and then 30 and keep going, I've got to push myself, which means I've got to get that emotional fire under me. And this just did it. Like, I can't even tell y'all, this is just a good exercise. I'm not going to talk about it anymore because it's not really a need. But write out a dream board and then write out your why. Get a fire under your butt and start getting up. And I don't care if you're getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm not saying you got to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, which, by the way, I am. Shout out to Janice, who's been getting up at 3:30, I think, every morning, maybe 3, and pushing herself. I know Alicia's been getting up, I don't think 3 o'clock, but early. She's on the 6 o'clock Zooms. She's on my time zone, so I know it's early enough that she's on those Zooms. She did a 7 o'clock power hour on Saturday, and she's committing to those. So if you really want this, you're going to have to get a fire under your butt. Now, again, I'm talking to those of y'all who you want big, big things. Things where you're going to have to be making $100,000 a month to attain them. You're going to have to get out of your comfort zone. You're going to have to get up in the mornings. You're going to have to go to bed at night. You're going to have to do all the things, the journaling sessions, the work on yourself. I'm about to sit down and read a little bit of a book before I sit down and we're going to start school. What I'm personally doing, some of y'all are going to have a heart attack over this. I am committing to working 5 hours a day minimum just on my business. 5 hours, guys. Do you know how much you can do in 5 hours? A freaking lot. So what I'm doing from 3 to 8 every morning is I'm working my business. I can tell you what my schedule was like today. Maybe, actually. I have so many notebooks here, I don't even know which one belongs to what month. Here we go. This is September. So 3 to 8 this morning, I got my list done plus a lot more. At 8 o'clock, I cleaned my house. By 8:45, Gloria and I were working out because I want to make fitness a much bigger priority than it is. I'll be honest, guys. That's been on the back burner for a while for us, as a whole family, not just me. Like my husband, my daughter. We are not disciplined in that area, which, shocker, right? Like, I'm clearly not a Barbie doll. So, it's clear that health is not a huge priority. Although we are doing better, we are making it a priority. We have to. Then I took a shower and got dressed. Nothing fancy today, and we're not really going anywhere. You don't have to go to the nines. But, for speaking from experience, you're always going to do better if you at least shower, do your hair, even if it's in a funky little side braid or a mom bun or whatever. But, like, you know, get out of yesterday's clothes, wash your face, brush your teeth, brush your hair, that kind of stuff. Sat down and did my journaling. I've been slacking on the journaling side. I've been doing the daily journaling, just like the gratitude and that kind of stuff. I've been slacking on the dreaming, and I can tell in my business. And then we're going to sit down and do, Mondays are short days for us. We're just going to do a couple hours of school. We've got some meal prepping to do that she's going to help me, which basically is school, right? Like homework or whatever. We're calling it school. Yep. Alicia says she's committing to 5 hours. Girl, I love to hear that. That is scary, too, by the way. 5 hours is a lot if you're like me and you've been used to kind of not tracking a whole lot. And just, again, I started coasting. And then I do have a power hour scheduled from 2 to 3 where I'm just going to return messages because I have a lot of, hopefully I'm unblocked by then. We'll see. I'm going to get around it somewhere. I'll do secret messages if I have to. And then from 3 to 5, I got meal prep going. From 5 to 8 is work again. Now, usually I would say that term loosely. I'm going to check in with some new distributors that I have. It's leadership stuff. So it's stuff that if you don't have a big team, you wouldn't necessarily need to do it. And then also Gloria and I are going to do a craft tonight. She'll basically, when I'm sitting here working, she'll sit and do a craft that's what we do. 7 o'clock, I've got the Zoom, so that's part of work. So it's 3 hours of very loose work, if that makes sense. I'm sure Brett will be here also. I'm all in. Y'all, if you're all in, and that can look different. I'm not saying if you're committing to 5 hours a week, okay? Or 5 hours a day. Whatever your all in is. If you're all in, and you are going to focus like you've never focused before, and commit like you've never committed before. And like I said, for you, that might be, I'm going to commit 30 minutes a day consistently, because right now I'm not doing that. For you, it might be, I'm going to commit, I work and message people, but my posting is horrible, staying in the rhythm. We got 2 sick kids right now, too. For you, that might mean I'm going to get my list done every day, the KPI list, because I'm not doing that. It might mean I'm going to get your list, which is my list, done every day, because I'm not doing that. Whatever your all-in is, drop all-in in the comments. I'm just curious. Who the heck is running? Guys, I plan on going double and triple by the end of this year. Like, we are so close to double, and once we hit double, we are pretty close to triple. We're kind of, that's the way we've been building, so we should boom, boom. But I've got to commit, and I've got to be loud about it, and that's something I'm not comfortable with. I hate shouting out what Brett and I are hitting. Because honestly, it makes me feel a little selfish. It makes me feel a little braggy. I don't like telling you guys where we're going. But I need to get loud and proud about it, and that's something that Ashley Mayfield has been talking about, and I'm just not comfortable. I'm not comfortable, and one reason I'm not is because I know there are brand new people on here, and you're struggling to figure out how to work host to post. You're struggling to get that first $200 paycheck. So when I'm talking about getting to that $10,000 paycheck, I honestly feel bad. I feel like, why am I talking about $10,000 when they're struggling to get $200? Then I have to remind myself, I also struggled to get $200. We all started at the bottom. On our team, nobody started with a huge following. None of us were influencers. I say it all the time, guys. I had 89 Instagram followers and a couple hundred Facebook friends. None of us on our team started with anything. We all started from the very bottom. We had to pay our dues. We got paid 50 cents an hour, some of us for years, before things clicked. So I'm not going to feel bad about it anymore. I'm hitting $10,000 a month. Brett is hitting $2,000 a month. We are going to push. We're going to promote. And guys, when this, I don't even know the saying. I'm trying to sound smart, and I'm realizing I don't even know how it goes. Something about when the tides rise, all the ships come up too, or something like that. If you know the actual saying, you can comment. Yeah, I'm not that smart. I haven't drank all my coffee yet. I need to drink my Frappuccino. So, guys, I'm excited. Let's do this, and I will see all of y'all at 7 o'clock tonight.